In this video, I'm going to show you how to cast on stitches for your knitting project. You should start by finding the circular needle that is recommended in your pattern. And then you'll need the end of the yarn. We need that length of yarn for the number of stitches we are going to cast on. And my rule of thumb is that one wrap around your hand is about 10 stitches. Depending on how thick the yarn you are going to knit with is. The thinner the yarn you need, the more stitches there are in a round like this. So if you need to cast on 30 stitches, here are 10, 20 and 30. Then there's a little end here, so you have something to hold on to. Once you have found the amount you need, we hold here, let go of the end, and wrap one turn around the finger so that the guides cross each other. Take the end and into the lock here, and tighten. This loop here is our first stitch. So we place it on the circular needle here and tighten it by pulling on the yarn that's attached to your yarn ball. When we are about to cast on our stitches, we need to use both of these threads. The thread that's attached to your yarn should go over your index finger like this, and the thread at the end should go over your thumb like this. You can grab both threads down here and just tighten it a bit. To cast on our first stitch, we just twist our thumb here so we can see both threads. When we start, we go underneath the yarn that's closest to us on the thumb. Go over and catch the one that's on the index finger, through the hole here and tighten. So we go underneath the yarn on the thumb, over and catch the one on the index finger. Out again and tighten. We go underneath the yarn on the thumb, over and catch it on the index finger. Out of the loop and tighten it. So underneath the yarn on the thumb, go over and catch it on the index finger, and carefully tighten it. We take the yarn at the bottom here on the thumb, underneath, over and catch it on the index finger, and out and tighten it. Underneath it on the thumb, over and catch it on the index finger, through the loop and tighten it. It is also important when you cast on your stitches that they do not become too tight on the needle. They should be able to move, so it's easier when you have to continue knitting. It's also important that when you cast on your stitches, you do it here on the needle and not out here on the tip, because here on the needle, they have the right size. Let's just continue. We go through here again, hold on, and twist the thumb. So we go underneath the yarn on the thumb, over and catch it on the index finger and tighten it. Underneath it on the thumb, catch it on the index finger, out again, and tighten it. If you have a lot of stitches on your project, I also recommend using stitch markers and placing them between every 5th or maybe every 10th stitch. Then it's definitely easier to count. Instead of counting them one by one, you can count the small sections. I hope you could find this video useful. Be sure to check out more of our videos here on the channel.